Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Aquarius is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. If there is anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I provide. And remember, Aquarius, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And oh boy, 9 of Pentacles. This is the card of gain. This is the card of the visible signs of progress. To me, this feels like whatever you're doing right now, whatever you are manifesting is coming true. It's finally happening. This is the card of work and growth and expansion and abundance on the physical, financial, mental, emotional, and spiritual creative planes. 333, super abundance. Everything is working. This is success, okay? I think you're somebody that has been working very hard at something, and you've been trying and trying and trying, putting in a lot of hours, putting in a lot of energy. It's finally happening. You're gonna start seeing the results. This is the visible sign of progress, something you can measure, something that you can see and you can feel, and you can hold it in your hand and say, yep, it worked. Our little owl. Let's put this card into a little bit of context. Let's see what you have been doing. Let's see where it's taking you. Let's see what this is all about. This is a really positive way to begin. We have a 5 of Pentacles. We have the Lust card. A 6 of Wands. We have the Libra energy adjustment. We have a 5 of Swords. Interesting with the 5 and the 5, okay? Because I kind of feel like this is you kind of taking the win, taking what you're manifesting, and you're sort of parlaying that into more. It's like you're reinvesting the money, okay? And I think that what you're doing is you're expanding what you're thinking. You're expanding your ideas. You're adding on to your plans, especially with the 9 of Pentacles, because, you know, the 9 is an odd number. It's a verb. It's a function, not a state. It's not saying, I've got the thing, good, I'm going to keep it. It's saying something that you did worked, and if you do it again, is it going to work again? You know, maybe not if you do it exactly the same way as before, but let's keep going. Let's keep expanding on this, right? Let's turn this into a way of life. Let's turn this into a path, not just one win and then that's it, thank you. No, this is a 9. This is the road. This is the road of glory. This is the road of success. And the 5s here, to me, feel like you're rolling the dice again, and you're changing your plans. You're expanding upon what you're doing. You're not changing your plans necessarily, but adding on to them. Okay? So this is a way for you to take what may just feel like, it's one win, it's one victory, right? 6, it's a 6. It's a good day. Well, I had one good day. Maybe I can have another one, and another one, and another one. Maybe I can start thinking bigger. I think your plans are growing, you know, and your responsibilities are growing, your path is growing, your success is growing. This is extraordinary. Fire and earth, you did it once. Let's do it again, and let's keep learning and growing and making it bigger and better, you know, every day. Here's a 4 of Swords, and there's a Prince, 2 Leo energies, a Prince of Wands and the Lust card. Both of these are Leo energies, fixed fire energies. We have a 4 of Swords, which is interesting too, because I feel like there's a little bit of resistance to you trying again or to keep something going. There's the Empress card. And the 2 of Cups, the love, the trust, the faith, the hope, the reciprocation. Yeah. So with the Four of Swords, I feel that this is kind of a resistance to expanding on anything. This is a card that's saying, don't think too small. Don't limit yourself. Don't think, I'm just going to do what I've always been doing, and I'm going to take what I could get, and that's it. I feel like you're stepping outside the box a little bit. You're allowing what you believe to be true for yourself, what you believe to be possible for you. You're allowing that to grow. You've got really good energy here. Take advantage of it, okay? Let's select our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown. We're going to set it down right here with our little sea turtle friend right on top. We're not going to look at that card until the very end. It will tie everything together. It will give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. If at any moment during this message you feel like you might know what that card might be, put your prediction in the comments down below. All right. Spirit's referencing like a tape dispenser, like Scotch tape, or, like one of those, like at school or like at the office, they have those big, heavy black tape dispensers that you'll just kind of pull and tear a little strip of tape off of. I don't know I don't know why I'm seeing that. Or maybe I'm seeing you using that right now or something like that. Anyway, the Four of Swords is really sticking out to me here because it feels like this might be you in too much of a compromise energy. This might be like you believing that anything that you should just be happy and thankful that you got lucky. Just take what you can get. Just don't be greedy. Don't ask for more. Just be thankful you got anything at all. Now, why do you feel that way? Because I feel that that this is keeping you very limited. This is kind of you not believing that you can do anything beyond this. Like, I just got lucky, beginner's luck. It's like you got a hole in one. You're just like, I'm never playing golf again. I'm not a big fan of golf, really. I like putt-putt. I like a little mini golf. We used to have this place where I grew up called Golf Land, which was you could get pizza and video games, and then they had a mini golf course as well. It was just a fun place to hang out when we were kids. But this feels like playing it safe. It feels like these old assumptions that are limiting you. Okay, it feels like you have this really powerful boat, but you're just like, you're keeping the sails low. You don't want to open it up. You don't want to really see what it can do. That you're maybe too willing to compromise because you don't believe, it's some part of you anyway, doesn't believe that you can, doesn't believe that you're capable of achieving more or something like this. Yeah. Interesting. Okay. As we look around the room, we see major, and major arcana energies. It's a balance. Okay. This is very professional. This is very passionate. And sometimes your profession and your passion energy can be at odds, which we kind of see here. You're feeling very passionately inside of you, and you're being very professional outside of you. Perhaps the Empress is a way to blend all of that together, okay, into a harmonious way of life. That part of the Four of Swords here, I think, for you is feeling that maybe you have to compromise between your passion, your love, your appetite, right? This kind of beastly energy inside of you that just wants more and wants to see how far you can take your life and wants to go, wants to be creative, wants to live and laugh and love and achieve, wants to feel that surge of power. And then that other part that just kind of says, no, I gotta be balanced. This is like the professional side of you is at odds with that very creative, passionate side of you. It may be that you feel you can't really have one. You can't have both, let's say. So that you have to choose one or the other. That you can either, be very professional and be successful that way, or maybe this is like, you can either be a doctor or an artist, and Well, I think that you can be everything and anything you want. Yeah. Maybe this is a strength card, maybe that you do have this hidden strength within you, this hidden creativity, and that needs to be brought to bear, but there's a reluctance. This is kind of the lion being kept in a cage, that you're trying to domesticate your essential power and all this strength and creativity that you have in you. I think Spirit's telling you, no, you need to blend all of this together in the right way, and you need to think bigger, aspire greater, shoot for the stars, like, as big as you can. So anyway, we have our majors. We've got fire and fire. Got some good water here at the end. And maybe this is that union between your kind of left brain, right brain, between your thoughts and your feelings, your passion and your professional energies, okay? All getting mixed up in the gumbo here. So we've got our water. We have our air energies, which, again, 4 and a 5, it's kind of like, do we say yes or no? Do we stay safe, or do we kind of, do we take a chance? Do we expand? Yeah. And of course, you have your earth energy right here front and center. So this does have to do with your financial world, your physical world, your human kind of, life that you're existing in, and your place in that life, and your effect on that life, and how you are creating your reality. You are manifesting something here. And I think the idea is, it's kind of like you point your wand at something and it manifests, and you just think, whoa, that wand is dangerous. I don't need to touch that. Nope, that's for somebody else, not for me. And it's kind of just like you're just happy you didn't blow up the whole world or something. You're just, it's that you don't claim that power. Spirit wants you to own it. You did it, right? You did it with Spirit's help. You did it, Spirit working through you, and all that good jazz. But you're the one that's facilitating it. It's not to pump up your ego, but it is to give you a little bit of confidence, so that you can take ownership of your power, and you can think, wow, okay, with this wand in my hand, I can do anything. Okay? Not to get arrogant. You don't want to have this big inflated ego. But you need the confidence that this was not an accident. That's it. That this wasn't just a fluke. That the progress you're seeing now is because of your efforts and your channeling of your superpower energy. I think you're following your North Star. I think that you have allowed this power to come out and accomplish something great. Don't diminish that by thinking, it was an accident. It wasn't really me. It was a fluke. It was luck. It was beginner's luck. Or, don't diminish your achievements here. Okay, that 9 of Pentacles is saying you're accomplishing something. Your manifestations are working. They're coming true. Celebrate them. And not just celebrate them as in buy yourself a bunch of nice things, but keep it going. You have a chance here it's like a winning streak, And yeah, maybe it's luck, maybe it's a fluke, maybe it's divine timing, divine intervention, maybe it's the universe. Who knows? Who cares? Keep going, keep it going. Don't let your own mind talk you out of it. Okay? Something beautiful is arriving for you. You hold it close, okay? It's really going back to this 4 of Swords and this Leo energy, the lust card here, because I feel like sometimes you feel powerless, or like you believe that things just kind of happen to you instead of feeling or acknowledging that you are, that your facility, this is coming through you. It's not happening to you, it's happening through you. Okay? Now, the 5 of Pentacles is a card of change. It's a card of rolling the dice again. I'm not a gambler. This is a card of success. Something is working over and over and over again. Okay, it's the visible sign of progress. And so when that happens, you're going to parlay it. You're going to keep rolling it forward. Okay, it's that kind of a winning streak. It's coming through your agency There's a confidence that's here. There's a flow state that you're in. Now, I'm not advocating gambling. I'm not a gambler. You're in a flow state. And when you're in the flow state, you're not going to just sort of talk yourself out of it. It's like Wile E. Coyote running across the ravine. If Wile E. Coyote would just keep going, they would be fine. But no, they stop. They look down and then cloud of dust. So that's what Spirit's saying. Just keep it going. Whatever harmony, whatever balance, whatever flow state you're in right now, keep it going. Don't talk yourself out of it. Don't diminish your success, okay? Down beneath the surface, we talked about that, the strength card, the lust card, the passion, the creativity, summoning your power, using your power, but doing it in a balanced and professional way, blending both the adjustment card and the lust card. Okay. That's the way forward. Because of the Six of Wands back here, this is a card of harmony. This is a card of Jupiter in Leo, so another Leo reference. And really saying that you have an increasing ability to use your power right now. That everything that you touch is going to turn to gold. And so it's kind of like you want to kind of do as much as you can. Okay, that your reach, your influence is expanding. And so I feel that with the fives are cards of change. Okay, the fives are cards of gambling, of taking a chance, of taking a risk, of thinking in new ways, of coming up with new ideas, and experimenting with new pathways to see what else is going to work. Your reach is extending. It's like your arm's getting longer and longer and longer. And so, don't cut that off, Don't hesitate and don't diminish that. Don't question it, really. Right? If you find that your sphere of influence is getting bigger, that what you're able to do keeps getting more, you're getting more and more powerful. But then that Four of Swords is going to stop, and it's going to question it, and it's going to say, no. Because it's safer here, because that's too risky. Okay? Now, again, not advocating gambling in any way. The Justice card, the Libra energy, this is a higher wisdom and discernment. You have to be smart, right? You have a really strong tailwind right now. Spirit is pushing you forward. And this is your ability to navigate. When you pick up speed in any vessel, the faster you go, the more important it is that you're vigilant, that you're making choices. When you're going really slow, you could turn the wheel like this, and then your car's not going to do much. When you're going fast, just a little micro movement is going to cause really big swerves in your vehicle, okay? So the faster you go, the more minute adjustments matter. Okay, that's why also I see another way of looking at it is at the mountain. When you're closer to the summit of the mountain, every step you take is critical. When you're down at the base of the mountain, you can kind of dance around and jump around. It doesn't really matter. The higher up you get, the path becomes more narrow. And so every move is critical. So it's very important that you maintain focus and we don't overthink it. Yeah, tap into that higher wisdom and discernment and make responsible choices. But expand. Keep this momentum going. Okay. Open your heart with that Two of Cups. Open your heart to new possibilities. Okay. The Six of Wands saying for you to step into the spotlight. Accept the praise. Show off your new project. Let yourself shine in that circle, in whatever your circumstances are. Let yourself shine, okay? The Five of Swords in the future position is you thinking outside the box, allowing yourself to entertain new ideas and thinking, yeah, maybe it is possible. Maybe I can keep going. Maybe this is really what you're supposed to be doing. I feel like this is you stepping into clarity. I know it's a Five of Swords. It's kind of like this is it seems like this is a bad card. Well, it has shadow side too, yeah, of course. But it has a bright side, a light side. You're learning. The Five of Swords is all about learning. You're learning the lessons. What if you're learning about how capable you are? You're learning about what your lust and passion and strength are really capable of doing. Now, of course, there is shadow in that too, because sometimes we learn from the failures as well. Okay, we don't see that here. We feel like you're learning from success. This is you taking charge of your vision. You're planning the big project. You're leading the team. You're setting the course for your family or for your friends or for your life. This is you kind of looking further into the distance and saying, we don't have to stop here. We can keep going, and we can get to Big Rock Candy Mountain. You can get to your own private island. You can get to your best life. You can get to your empress life, the Garden of Eden, right? But this is in the position of the fear. And I think the fear is that this distant utopian dream is unattainable. That there's almost like there's no such thing as a good life. Or the idea that, yeah, the good life would be nice, but it's a pipe dream. Better just stay where you are, play it safe. Take what you got and just be okay with it, rather than trying to continue on and keep the momentum and build things up and grow and expand. No, none of that. That's risky. And it is. Okay. Did you go to a film festival or something recently? I feel like you're at an outdoor thing. Maybe is it like a drive-in theater? Do they still have those? Something where there's a big screen like outside. Yeah. Anyway, Spirit's telling you to write down your intentions. Keep a log, keep a journal. Yeah. Keep like a captain's log, and commit to your next action. Even if it's just, reaching out to somebody, making a phone call, sending a text, or take one concrete action that will keep your intention moving forward right now. Okay. Now, we're going to talk about the path of the serpent. As we do this, I would like to ask for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Your general energy is that Four of Swords. This is that kind of playing it safe. It's almost a feeling of too much humility. Yeah. I'm almost feeling like there's part of you that refuses to acknowledge or to be proud of what you're building, and there's a reluctance or an apprehension about recognizing your power. About letting that really shine a little bit by being proud of yourself. Yeah. So we talked about, I think, the four quite a bit. The limiting belief system, the staying inside the box, not allowing yourself to have bigger plans or to make more plans, feeling that what you've succeeded at, the manifestation that's come true here for you, it's almost as if you're kind of saying, nah, that can't be real. Or that was just a fluke. That wasn't meant for me. I'm not going to touch it. I'm not going to enjoy it. Maybe that's what this is. Maybe it's the feeling like you've accomplished a lot, but you're not allowing yourself to really believe it or feel it or enjoy it or take pride in it. Maybe because you think, well, it's going to be taken away. It was a mistake. It wasn't supposed to manifest for me. You feel like you got lucky and that someone's going to realize it was a mistake and take that away from you. Okay, rather than just taking it, running with it. Believing in yourself, believing that you had a hand in this. Okay. In some ways, with our Six of Wands, it could be a feeling that this was a win. Okay, this was a victory. But the fear is that you only had one of those in you. Rather than to believe in yourself and say, I did it once, I can do it again. I can keep it going. So that's why maybe this Six of Wands is also in the past. Another reason why it's back here. To say that was your peak. That was the sort of the zenith of your life, right? And thinking that you can never do that good again. You can never have a victory like that ever again. Okay. With the Prince of Wands in the environment here, this is literally the card that says, keep it going. Keep your foot on the gas, set the cruise control. Don't start getting nervous and doubt things now and slow down. Keep it going. It's time for action. It's time for very focused action. You're picking up speed in your vessel. Keep your hand or whatever on the throttle. Okay, and allow the momentum. This is an acceleration kind of. Okay, or not so much an acceleration, but let's say steady as she goes. Yeah, steady as she goes. Because I think that you're a leader. Okay, whether you're leading, your family or your community or your work or just leading your life, I feel like this is you with that kind of pride and that kind of capability and that feeling like I can do this. You're not shrinking to the task. I think you're expanding. You're stepping into it with pride and with power. Not with ego, not with arrogance, but with that kind of quiet strength, Because this Leo energy under the surface, kind of saying that you've been kind of hiding yourself a little bit. Okay, been hiding your power. The next card is the Empress card. That's your best life. Okay, this is a card that says you'll get out of life in proportion to what you put in. This is the kind of that giving and receiving. The more blood, sweat, and tears you put into it, the more you're going to get out of life. This is an organic growing. The Empress card is not a static thing. It's not like literally a place that you arrive and everything is just like frozen. It's a living and breathing life where things are growing, living, things are decaying and dying. And that's the organic way, right? That's what kind of keeps this thing. Like the flowers are going to grow, they're going to look pretty, they're going to wither away, new flowers are going to sprout up, it's going to go through seasons. This is the Mother Earth energy, Mother Nature kind of, and everything that goes with that. And so this is a very, very active card. Okay. It's a life that really keeps on living. Yeah. And this is your fear, worry, and concern. And I think that it's really literally comes down to there's part of you that doesn't believe you can keep it going. Okay, there's some part of you that believes that this is one flowering and eventually it's going to wither away and that's going to be it. So might as well just try to enjoy this, and when it goes, it goes. And that's the last one. It's as beautiful, as abundant as it can get. But I think this is saying, no, things are going to come and go. You're going to have ups and downs. There's going to be wins and losses. There's going to be successes and failures. But you're keeping something going in the right direction. You're growing a life and you're sustaining that life. Okay, you start with a little tiny town, a little village. There's going to be ups and downs, wins and losses. But as long as year over year or month over month, you're still growing. It doesn't matter how volatile the days are, as long as overall the month, pretty good month, or the year, pretty good year. We're heading in the right direction, and we're going to continue to grow and expand, and I feel like your quality of life is improving. I feel that you're realizing that if you put in your best energy, you're going to get the best out of life. That life is going to support you as you feed it of yourself, That life, your life, that what you put into it, it is going to gestate that and it's going to give you something back. It's an investment, really, right? This is a big return on your investment. This is the card that used to be the Princess of Pentacles. Princess of Pentacles is when you first make an investment and you just think, this, I don't know, this doesn't look very good. But you keep investing in it and you keep building it up and building it up and building it up, and now it starts to bear fruit. Now it's really feeding you. This may be even like the idea of passive income for you. Okay. But it's going to require, partly, it's going to require that Two of Cups, self-love, self-acceptance, marrying yourself to yourself, believing in yourself, okay? But also the reciprocating energy of this path or this work that you're doing. The marriage between also your professional and your passionate energies, blending that together in a way that really is going to be harmonious. What we have here also is Venus. This is Venus. Venus in Cancer. So I think what it really is, you're looking at a lot more smooth sailing. This is a card that is really like, that water's like glass. There's not a cloud in the sky. It's perfect. I think that there are a lot of better days ahead of you. There will be ups and downs. There will be challenges. But overall, your life is becoming smooth. Okay? Becoming very smooth. The more you invest in yourself, the more you progress forward. It's like you'll still have ups and downs, but overall, the quality of life is so much better. Does that make sense? Overall, your life is filled with so much more love than it ever was. So much more joy than it ever was. Even with its ups and downs, it's like even your lows are going to be higher than the highest peaks you've had before. Okay, let's look at the mystery card. I want another Empress. I want maybe a Six of Cups, because I feel like you're achieving something extraordinary here, and Spirit wants you to feel it. I feel like this is going to be some water energy. If you have a prediction, put it in the comments down below. Let's see what we have. Nine of Wands, the Strength. Again, basically another reference to this card, the Strength. Realizing this is you at the end of it thinking like you're just kind of worn out, you're just kind of beaten up, but you're looking at what you did and you're thinking, holy smokes, I did that. Like, I did that. Yeah. With Spirit, in conjunction, in tandem, you co-created this. This was something that happened through you, and it took its toll on you. But it's letting you see how strong you really are. This is the card of strength, Nine of Wands, you know. And I think that you're so connected with this sense of purpose and connected with yourself and with what you're doing that your strength, you're going to recover from this, quickly. And you're going to be so ready to continue on this journey. This is something that the lesson that it taught you, remember I said that the Five of Swords is kind of like you're learning a lesson through life. What you're learning is you're strong, you are capable, you are a magic maker. You are a manifester. And it's time to keep doing it, right? It's time to continue dedicating your time, effort, energy, and or money to this skill or this craft, or whether it's cooking or art, something you're working for. It's time to continue doing that. To reinvest that time, effort, energy, and or money in yourself. To continue building up your best life. You're building Big Rock Candy Mountain. Every day of your life, you're building it. It's not something you just go and you find and you say, I guess I'll live here now. You have to build Big Rock Candy Mountain. That's the secret no one tells you. You're not just out here waiting for it to arrive or waiting for life to kind of take you to Big Rock Candy Mountain and say, okay, here you go. Every thought, word, and deed, you're building it. Nail by nail, you're building up that best life through your manifestations. The big ones and the little ones. Even the ones that don't seem to work out. We're going to do an extended reading as well. We'll do an I Ching hexagram. We'll do some oracle cards. There is a link in the corner. There's a link down below. New readings for Aquarius Tuesdays and Fridays. Be sure to watch both readings. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Leave a comment and let me know where in the world you are watching from. I want you to know that you are the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you, and I love you, and we are all in this together.